Hi! So as you already know, there are a handful of beauty gurus that have been really messy recently. So as someone who gets bored and invests a lot of time into meaningless things that probably won't benefit me as a person, I have watched so many videos covering this topic. My recommendations have been filled with drama channels and beauty guru gossip. And while I was scrolling for something to watch, this one specific video caught my eye. I was like, oh. Why am I being recommended this now? Out of all times. YouTube, do you know how to like read the room? I know you're like a machine or a robot or whatever, but where are your social cues? Or does YouTube want to be a comedian? Cause that's actually pretty funny. And at the same time though, James, what is this, honey? What is this? Oh my god, the comments are so freaking funny on these videos. Last year we said this didn't age well. Now it's aged even worse. These people are right though. Expired milk, you have some competition. But yeah, just seeing all these videos invoked a lot of memories from me of a simpler time where we could go outside and beauty gurus would just talk behind each other's backs instead of posting everything publicly. But at least they did it in private, I guess, and didn't post about everything online. Y'all ever just feel like ruining a 19-year-old's life? Or are you normal? Anyways, since I like to draw things with my limited art abilities, I thought I would draw some fan art of moments in the beauty community that did not stand the test of time. Also, quick disclaimer, also don't sue me please. I'm not a drama channel, maybe like slightly commentary reaction, but if you want someone's well thought out opinions on this topic, you're not gonna find that here. You might want to go to a different channel with someone who's maybe smarter than me. I'm just here to take you on a trip down memory lane and revisit some memories that we have probably repressed or forgotten. So yeah, let's start with a drawing of this memory that started this whole video. If you told me back in the day that some of the biggest names in the beauty community would all be suing each other in a year's time, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right. Messy Makeup Trivia is definitely a very fitting name for this video. I remember watching this back in the day, and I just rewatched it since it was on my recommendations. And you really can't tell that there's stuff going on between them. They really like ham it up for the camera, which is kind of terrifying because their acting is really great. Wow. Oscars for everyone, with a sprinkle of defamation lawsuits. I remember drawing fan art of Jeffree I think like almost a year ago, and a handful of other beauty gurus because I wanted to see if they would reply to me. And comparing that to now, I think my art has definitely improved. He never did respond to my DM when I sent the fan art to him. Maybe he will now on Twitter, since he's very active on there nowadays, blocking everyone. I feel like he's blocked probably like half the population on Twitter. He's blocked drama channels, commentary channels, he's even blocked his fans, maybe he's even blocked his grandma that may or may not exist. Well, here's my updated version of Jeffree Star fan art, and this just might be me, but I feel like I captured his essence very well in this picture. And here we have Sister James just sitting there innocently, no thoughts, head empty, completely oblivious to what is going on in Jeffree's mind. James, how could you not tell that this face was planning your downfall the entire time? And here we have a cheekbone? What is that? Oh, it's just Tati, smiling through the pain. Because sources say that she actually broke her back by carrying a big bag of money after selling a bunch of vitamins and making that Bye Sister video. If I saw this group of people at the lunch table, I would probably just eat lunch at home. Here are a few comments I thought were funny, like this one that says, "This aged like milk." It really did, didn't it? Especially all the people in this video. Oh wait, that's kind of... well, maybe more so like their mental health, because I'm imagining after all this stuff happened, everyone aged like 30 extra years. But she predicted the future. Ooh, Tati's a psychic and a vitamin seller? Let's see what she predicted. Although, I think she should stick with selling vitamins, because if she predicted the future, why didn't she do anything about it?
What are you guys most excited about 2019 in the beauty community?
Not being friends with anyone.
I'm just sitting here thinking.
Oh, yep, it looks like this person also said she wasn't lying about not being friends with anyone. I can't tell if this aged like a fine wine or a corpse. Well, at least when you're a corpse, you don't have a brain, so you don't have to think about drama and be stressed out. Oh, corpses, you have it so easy. I wish. Just kidding. James, she's been here the longest, but somehow has no drama. Me in 2020. Ha 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 ha. Say it again. I feel like you shouldn't say things like that because when you put that out into the universe really hates people, so when they hear stuff like that, they'll be like, oh really? And then surprise, everything goes wrong. It's like me saying, wow, I'm surprised I haven't stained this white shirt yet. And then magically there'll be like a blood stain on here by the end of this video. As long as no one hires a hitman against me, then I think I should be okay. The only room that these three have a chance of being together in is a courtroom. Who's gonna be the judge? Phoenix, right? Oh wait, you might be normal, so you might not know who that is. Are there any judges or lawyers on YouTube? Because I feel like a regular judge would just be like,
electric chair.
There's a specific series in Beauty Guru history that I think deserves its own fan art, and that is every single one of Jeffree Star's apologies. Because a lot of people noticed that he definitely posed for each thumbnail for all of his apologies, which is a choice he made. I don't know, maybe he thought someone in the future would draw him in these pictures, so don't want to let these apology photoshoot pictures go to waste. So here we have the iconic "Never Doing This Again" video, which was one of the most anticlimactic moments on YouTube. In summary, Jeffree was hyping up all this information he had on James Charles, and was going to drop all this information and expose him. But then he ended up backtracking and decided that we are never doing this again because he wants to move on from this drama. And then fast forward to now and we have Never Doing This Again 2.0, which I don't think anyone was very surprised. At least he's dedicated into making this a series, I guess. Maybe he just wants to be consistent with his brand. Thank you for the smile as well. We are not scared and terrified. As the Chabs would say it, give us a smile then, love. So now, let's take a trip down to Dramageddon 1 with our good friends from the past, Manny MUA and Laura Lee. Wait, I'm drawing Jeffree again? Oh my god, why did this turn into like a Jeffree Star fan art compilation? Well, I guess we found out who the main character is in all these events that happened. So this picture from 2017 really takes me back to days of challenge videos, like using only liquid lipsticks challenge or what's in my mouth challenge. Oh my god, did we have no taste in what good content was back in the day? Well, I mean, good content is subjective. Look at what I'm making, so I'm not in any place to say anything. To simpler times when everyone was young and oblivious to the harsh realities of the world. Then again, I think everyone in this picture was 30 or almost 30 years old, so how oblivious could they have been? From what I've seen, Manny MUA and Laura Lee are pretty much back in business after everything that happened. Their careers definitely took a huge hit for being problematic, but so far they've been drama-free and just living their best life. Which, you know what? Good for them. They did have some questionable life choices, like Laura Lee's spitting apology video, who could forget that? And that weird docuseries that Manny sorta released, but decided that, you know what, let's pretend I never did that. I feel like after their friendship dissolved, it was probably for the best. Even though everyone went through like a whole bunch of stuff after, everyone in this picture is thriving now. Oh wait. More than half the people in this picture are thriving now. The fact that this collab exists is wild. It really is wild. Also, how are some of these videos like 4, almost 5 years old? YouTube literally feels like it has existed for like 100 years already. Do you guys remember when Australia was on fire and World War III was like, hello, can I come in? All of that stuff happened at the beginning of this year. Why does it feel like it happened centuries ago? Anyways, time is relative and family are relatives. Oh god, why is that in my brain? Ugh. Alright, next we have these 3 slices of humble pie hanging out together, except one of the pieces went missing and was found in the hype house doing TikTok dances or something. I remember watching this back when it came out and I barely remember what they talked about, but I do remember the one part where James called Ariana Grande the rudest celebrity he has ever met, which, was that necessary? I thought this video was just guys being dudes, putting makeup on each other. Why was there a need to film that and look it over while editing and be like, yes, perfect. But then again, James did recently admit that he had a huge ego back then, so of course he wouldn't think about consequences and just say whatever he wanted to say. It does take a level of maturity to admit that though, so at least he recognized that and changed. Wow, okay, Rylan looks like he has been through a lot in this drawing. I'm not really sure how to draw facial hair properly with a black Sharpie. Kinda just looks like a bunch of ants. Also, I'm not sure who this person is. I ran out of room, but I think it is Shane Yaw. James's next palette should have a shade called Slice of Humble Pie. Yes, that's a good shade name. What else did he say in that weird apology? Tati rocks, or something like that. Oh, he can name a shade Uno reverse card because that's literally what happened the next day. And last but not least, here is our good old sister squad. Technically, you wouldn't classify them as part of the beauty community, but they were a thing that happened and then stopped happening, and now when you look at this picture, it's like, oh, that's kinda awkward. Is it just me, or do YouTube friendships seem to have an expiration date of half the time of a regular friendship? Because we were all rooting for Itma, and this is what we get. It's kind of weird how we get invested in these people's lives who probably don't even know we exist, right? I mean, everything's a simulation anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter what we do. But once you have a really large following or become famous, I imagine that it's really hard to make genuine friendships that aren't all business related. Like, it's always gonna be in the back of your mind who's actually friends with me and not just using me for clout. But that's just a theory. A YouTube theory. So I started with the goal of drawing the sister squad, but I ended up drawing 2 emo boys from a pop/rock band, and 2 of these emojis. So with the Sister Squad videos, I don't know how bored I was, but I remember watching like all of them. Well, I mean, this group of people are very entertaining together, and the videos were actually like pretty good quality. I don't know what happened, but it literally feels like they were all hanging out one day, and then the next day they were just like, you know what? I think I've had enough clout for today, so bye. Yeah, YouTube friendships are very weird. Is everyone just pretending to be friends to like use each other? Probably. But at least the videos are fun to watch. If you're gonna use each other, make good videos. Said every fake YouTube friendship ever. Okay, I'm gonna post all these on Twitter. And post I did. Surprisingly, even though this picture had no context at all, everyone knew who it was, which means that my art is getting better, and there's not that many people that look like Jeffree in the world. The only person that I can think of is this guy from JoJo's, but I don't want to compare him to Jeffree Star because he might not like that. Anime characters have feelings too. I will let you know if I get blocked. A lot of beauty gurus are blocking people nowadays. I mean, my goal isn't to anger any of these people. They put all this stuff out in public, so we're just reliving these moments in history through art. Art! Okay, sure. Also, I'm saying this publicly out of fear. If something happens to me or my loved ones, it is not an accident. A quote by Gabby Hanna. If you want to see some more drawing videos, these ones are pretty good. I actually got a response from someone I drew in this one, and surprisingly, they weren't offended. Well, here's the rest of 2020. We are halfway done. How much more worse can it get? Actually, it might get worse because I said that.